Welcome to What's Cooking Show, everyone. I am your host, Chef Jason Huguet from right here at the Steamboat Warehouse.
And I'm Crystal Landry from Steamboat Warehouse as well. Today we have a few things Jason's going to be prepping for us. A few good things.
Some good things. So
yes.
Today we want to show y'all how this is one dish that we do on special pretty often. Usually it's during the Easter, Lenten time of year. So we're going to do some seafood stuff, Maine lobster, which we actually got about 20-30 minutes ago, dropped off to us. Mm-hmm. And we're also, after that, we're going to show you a dish that we did this weekend. We've done it a lot in the past. We're going to make some tuna tartare with some fresh bluefin tuna.
It's really good.
Yes, so y'all
join us back for more What's Cooking. Welcome back, everybody, to the What's Cooking Show. We have Jason here making some of his famous seafood stuffed lobster.
Yes.
Tell everybody what you're going to be doing.
Okay, so for this dish, the ingredients you're going to need is, for the stuffing, you're going to need some real unsalted butter. We got some onions, bell pepper, garlic. We got some fresh crab meat and some fresh shrimp. And that's how we're going to start that. Also, obviously, you need lobster. So these are our beautiful lobsters that came in a few minutes ago. So to start, we're going to take our butter. It's a couple of sticks, stick and a half of butter, something like that. So just want to get that going. So our pan is hot. We're going to add a little bit of onions. That's about one large onion. Now we got one bell pepper that we cut. I'm gonna stir that in. Now, minced garlic. And you can put as little or as much of this as you like. I love garlic, so I'll put a good bit. Now, there's a chef that used to work over here many, many years ago. And basically, he says that pretty much 90% of anything you cook in Cajun cooking starts with that. So
yes,
you may substitute
absolutely.
Celery for the bell pepper or something like that. But this is how I begin.
Yes.
So, all right, so let's move along to, so for your lobsters, get all this trash out of the way. You're gonna need, this is what we use without spilling. We use this Arch seafood ball. This comes from Targiel in Opelousas, Louisiana. Pretty sure you can get that at local stores also.
Yeah, or any seafood boil.
Well, right, you can use whatever. That's just the one that we use. I prefer it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a lemon, drop them in our little boiling water. We'll do 2. Now, the difference between this dish and the way we do it compared to other places I've actually worked, even around this area. Most places boil them in just plain boiling water, which is fine, but I just prefer to do mine in the seafood seasoning. So when you stuff it, it's not so much plain.
It gives a little flavor.
Like, I know whenever if you go to Maine, or that region, and you order any type of Maine lobster, there's no seasoning whatsoever. But,
we like seasoning down here.
we like seasoning. So
the more the better.
yeah. So we're gonna put. You want to put a good little bit, but you also don't want to put too much to overpower it. So there you go. Our pot's going. So. This item, just to kind of give you all a heads up of what we're going to be showing y'all pretty soon, we're going to boil these lobsters, and there's certain things we're looking for. There's 2 ways to do it. You can either drop them in your boiling water and actually wait for it to come back to a boil, time it for 3 minutes. It's very similar to crawfish. Mm-hmm. And then what we do is chill them. And then what we do at that point is we'll split them down lengthways. Oh. Yeah, I don't think he likes that.
Getting a little feisty.
So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna show you how to clean out the parts of the head and everything, and then we'll stuff it, put a little bit of butter on it, and we're gonna throw it in the broiler. So that's pretty much where we at on that. So this is just like any other typical stuffing. You just want to cook your onions down in the butter. We're gonna add our shrimp next. We need another probably 3-4 minutes, just so it gets translucent. And then we're gonna add our shrimp. And when I make my stuffings, I like to season it very simple. I don't like to put a lot of different all-purpose seasonings and things like that. I like to put salt and red pepper, cayenne pepper, and keep it simple. That way, if it needs more salt, you just add salt. If it needs more spice, you just add spice.
Got you. So that answered my question
Right.
from earlier.
That's it. Okay, so I think we're gonna go ahead because we got a good little ball here. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop a couple of them in there. How about that? So these are chick lobsters, which means they are between 1 pound and 1.25 pounds each. So when you ever hear chick lobsters, that's what they're talking about. So we're gonna drop these in, basically like you do in ball crawfish. And what we're gonna do is wait for them to come to a boil. And we're going to time it. We have a little timer here, but you can also check if they're cooked by where the tail and the head meet. You'll see a little gap between the two.
So not all of these ingredients, but most of them can be found at your local Piggly Wiggly and Cash Saver. I know the addresses today.
Really?
1305 Heather Drive is Cash Saver, and 8410 Highway 182 North is your Piggly Wiggly. So you can go see Miss Paula, tell her we said hello.
That's nice.
And you can find most of it here. I'm sure you can't find lobsters.
I was very proud of you for a second there until I went outside earlier and found your cheat sheet in the parking lot. So
I didn't use it though.
I
memorized it.
Anyway, on that note, we're gonna take a break and come back and finish our lobsters.
All right, y'all join us back for more What's Cooking. Welcome back, everybody, to the What's Cooking show. Jason got his lobsters boiling. I think they're almost done.
They're very close. So
Tell us
let's
what
let's go ahead and start to assemble our
stuffing.
stuffing. So we got, this is a medium count shrimp. That's 70, 90 shrimp. We learned a couple episodes ago from Crystal, like what that means. So we're just gonna cook that down a little bit. Really, this doesn't really take that much time at all. We're gonna cook our shrimp down. Let me turn it back up. I turned low. All right. So
Timer's up.
timer's just about up. We got about 5 seconds. But like I said, you wanna check them. You can see that it's starting to get a little gap in between the tail and the head. If you can catch that. Got a little gap going on there. That's what you're looking for. So I'm gonna shut these burners off because it's getting hot right here. All right. We take our lobsters out, let them drain a little bit. Now, what I normally do is put these straight in the cooler. I don't like to put ice straight on top of them because once the ice starts to melt, it kind of dilutes the good seasoning that you used. So while those shrimp are going, I want to show you all this tuna tartare dish that we did this weekend. Again, we've done this on a few, we've done it on a good, pretty often.
Yeah, on appetizers.
So what you're gonna need for this dish is some beautiful bluefin tuna. You can see that.
And beautiful too.
Beautiful, beautiful, fresh. You're also gonna need, we have a little bit of lettuce for the bed, which we're gonna show you in a second. Some avocados, some real thinly sliced cucumbers. We have some sesame seeds for the topping. We're gonna use sea salt, some sesame oil.
Extra virgin olive oil.
We're gonna use this one. It's a toasted sesame oil and soy sauce. So what I like to do is cut my steaks into some little bite-sized pieces. Right. Just like that. And bluefin is, to me, the best. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love yellowfin tuna also, but bluefin is just another place in its own, really. People I know in China they pay top dollar to get all the bluefin they can. All right.
You pay it too.
Yeah, I do. All right. So I like to put a little sea salt. And you don't want to put too much because we're putting soy sauce, which is salty in itself.
Very.
Can you hand me those? I don't want to reach over you, boo.
Absolutely.
So, okay, so the soy sauce, we buy the low sodium. I like to put a little sea salt. You can use kosher salt or you can use the regular salt of your house if you like. So this is a toasted sesame oil. Now be careful because this one will just pour out if you're not careful. And it's kind of strong if you put too much.
Yes. We learned that
Yeah, we learned that.
the hard way.
Doesn't take a whole lot. You put a little soy. I love soy sauce. Actually, might need
Soy
more of
sauce
that.
on everything.
So, okay, we also have a fresh lime that I like to take some zest off the lime first. The zest gives it just a really, really nice, like freshness, acidity. All right. So, I like to cut the lime. Squeeze a little bit of that in there.
It's the best part,
Best part.
I think.
Well, the soy sauce is just as much.
Teach their own, boo.
Now, black pepper.
Where's
Right
your
here.
black pepper?
Now, you do want to give that a taste because you want to make sure it's got enough of everything. And because I love it. Pretty good.
Our shrimp
More
are
of that.
looking like they're
All right.
just about done.
Give me lettuce. And my little,
You mold?
right here. All right. Too much going on in this set this morning. All right. This is just for a little bit. Okay, avocados.
Avocados.
Avocados. Now, these, if you don't know how to pick a good avocado, you don't want it hard, which means it's not quite ripe yet, unless you're going to use it in the next 2-3 days, and it's okay.
Right.
But if you need it for the same day or the next day, get one that's not too soft, like in between, like not too firm, not too soft. So, I cut this. Oops. Yeah, I don't need that anymore.
A little demanding today.
Well, got a lot going on here this morning, boo. So we're gonna take our seed out. My mold. Actually, I'm gonna put the cucumbers first. It's a nice thinly sliced cucumber, like that. All right.
I think this whole mixture is fabulous
Delish.
together. Yes.
All right.
Avocado and cucumber.
These are my favorite. I used to hate avocados as a kid. Now I just absolutely love it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then we can take our little spoon we have. I'm gonna put a good bit of that in here. Oh, that one didn't get cut.
Mm.
All right. A little green onion. And a little of our sesame seeds. You want to push it down, make sure your mold is good. There you go. So that's our tuna app. That we're gonna have to fix. All right,
It's all right.
let's do this. Let's go ahead and put the crab meat in.
Yeah.
Now we're going to a little bit of cayenne pepper. Oop, Crystal likes that.
Yes.
A
I
bit of
love
salt.
when stuff like that.
All right. At this point, the shrimp are cooked. The crab meat's already cooked. We're just trying to warm the crab meat. We're trying to get the crab meat and shrimp flavor to come together. At this point, all we need to do is add a little bit of breadcrumbs, which we're gonna do real quick. Where I put them bread? Okay.
I got them.
All right, so if you want to stir for me, I'm gonna cut this off. Now again, you want to put just enough breadcrumbs because you don't want to, yes, sir. You don't want it to be, if it's too much flour, it's gonna be dry and it's gonna taste like flour. I'm sorry, bread, more than the seafood. A little more, go ahead. All right.
It's probably perfect.
Probably good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick break. We'll come back and we'll assemble the lobster dish and show you how to do that.
All right, y'all, join us back for more What's Cooking. Welcome back, everybody, to the What's Cooking show. Jason's finishing up his lobster dish.
So, okay, where we're gonna begin is we're gonna take these little rubber bands off the claws. All right. So if you see, you're gonna lay them out. Now you need a good, sharp, serrated knife to do this. If not, it won't work too well. So then you wanna come through the head, go all the way down. And as you see, the head contains a lot of things here. That's like actually the stomach and what they also call the tamale, which is one of my favorite parts. So today, we're gonna just remove this. That's how we do this at the restaurant. You can rinse all this out if you'd like and clean it out, but I said that's where the flavor's at. Like if you like to suck the head on a crawfish,
Oh, yeah.
that's it.
It's the best part.
All right, so we're gonna lay our lobsters like that, set this aside. We're gonna take some of our stuffing we showed y'all earlier. Just wanna kinda stuff that in there. All right. And of course at home you can stuff this as much as you'd like. Now, so we're gonna take a little bit of butter, dab it a little bit. You can put seasoning on top of it. I don't think you really need to. I don't like putting seasoning on top of it. Now we're gonna go and put this in the top rack. Watch, let me help you. You gotta stop it first. Okay.
I don't think we have to stop it first.
All right.
All right.
Okay, we're going to add some time to this one. So we're gonna go to broil, 360, and we're gonna do, let's do 4 minutes. If we need to, you can always go in there and stop it and take it out.
Yeah.
So what we have right here is something that's usually served with any kind of lobster, either if you steam or boil lobster or stuffed. It's an item called drawn butter. If you've seen lobster on a menu before, even if you didn't order it, usually it says served with drawn butter.
Okay.
The only thing that makes that drawn butter is that if you put some, like a whole pound of real butter, and you put it in a little pan, and you turn on like a fairly high heat. You gotta be careful, you don't wanna burn it. Mm-hmm. But all the milk solids will come to the top, and what you do is you skim it, and you throw all that on the side, throw it away. And what it does is drawn butter is really just something that gives you a higher smoke point for the butter, because whenever you're sauteing something or you got it in a pan on really, really high, what burns or what gives it a low smoke point is the milk solids and stuff like that. So this is what we have here. I'm gonna show y'all how we're gonna put this together in just a second. But I wanna talk again about these addresses real quick.
Oh, I got them, even though you called me out.
Where's the cheat sheet?
I don't have a cheat sheet. So you can visit your local Cash Saver, 1305 Heather Drive, or Piggly Wiggly at 8410 Highway 182 North.
What's the phone number to
I don't know the
either
phone
one of those
number,
places?
but Jason will be able to tell y'all. I'm working on that.
948-8199 or 948-9427, which would be the North Store.
That's right. Maybe next week I'll know the phone numbers.
Well, I'm sure there'll be a cheat sheet somewhere laying around
There will be a cheat
for that
sheet.
also. So if you ever want to come try these lobsters, we do these on a very, often occasion.
Yeah.
We'll actually be having them this week.
Yes.
So we got that delivery this morning, obviously. So if you haven't tried them, it's a hot item. Then we serve them over here.
Oh gosh, it's very.
Very
we have
hard
people
to keep.
message
So
us. Are you gonna have seafood stuffed lobster? No, not this week.
I don't know.
Like it's. Oh yeah.
That's it.
I know one lady will be happy.
Well, I know
Miss
if you can-
Vanessa.
Oh yeah.
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 She's gonna be happy.
Well, I'm always happy too because we bring some home and
I'm always happy about
we get
that.
to enjoy that. So
Absolutely.
so we like to serve these lobsters on a large serving dish. Normally we serve it with not just the drawn butter. We'll serve it with a stuffed potato as your side item.
Right.
If you want anything else, we'll
Anything
sub
else?
it.
Yeah. Carrots.
But this is what we usually serve it on. So let me turn this heat off, and we're going to start to assemble our plate. So the butter is, really hot, so you don't want to be very careful. All right, we got about 36 seconds. We'll move this out the way.
Yeah, looks like it's getting there.
Yeah. So, you see? Oh yeah, okay.
It's getting brown.
So it's hot. It was already hot. The stuffing was hot when we put it in there. So
Yeah.
if you're gonna do this, like when we do it to order, it's not this quick because, everything's chilled because we don't,
Right.
cook it ahead. So it takes a little bit more time if you're doing it at the house. It's gonna take a little bit more time if you're doing it, in that manner. So, all right.
Let's see.
Okay, be very careful.
Let's see if I can get this out. Let me see your towel. Oh, Lord. All right.
All right.
One right here.
Yep. So, where's those green onions we had earlier? Got them?
Green onions.
All right.
Behind you.
So I like to put a little for a garnish. You see how hot the butter is? It's good.
Cooking the onions.
That's it. So there's our seafood stuffed lobster. So at home you can do this for as long as you like in the broiler, or your oven works just as good. And obviously the longer you do it, the more of a brown color you'll have and
On the
you
stuffing.
desire,
Yep.
So join us back for more What's Cooking next week.